Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Viewhouse Centennial for a Xfinity Tuesday live tonight. And this is like an extra Christmas present for Broncos country. We got Justin Simmons in the house. Such an honor to have you here, my friend. I'm just so thrilled. We got to start with Christmas. How was it at the Simmons household?
Oh, it was amazing. A 5-year-old, 2-year-old, 1-year-old. It's pure chaos, but it was so great. And I'm sure everyone that has kids can attest to waking up and seeing the surprise and the just the pure joy in your kid's face. Yeah, Christmas morning.
What's the best part now that you got 3 kids? You all have the matching jammies, but what's your favorite part?
Yeah, my favorite part is it honestly is like when my daughter comes to my oldest comes to come wake us up and Santa came, look what he got us, look. And I mean, her energy's on 100. Mom and dad are obviously running off 2 hours of sleep from setting all the stuff up. And then, but it was great, man. That's my favorite part, waking up, seeing the excitement on their faces, and just getting to enjoy the day with the family.
You talk about your kids. We feel like we followed. You've had kids for so much of your NFL career. Some people just have it like towards the end. What's it like for you that all 3 of them see like superhero daddy on the field and you get to greet them afterwards? What's that like for you?
Yeah, no, it's so much fun. I've always told Taryn, and we've both been on the same page. We wanted to have kids young, and a lot of the reason why too is I want them to see and get to experience what, this part of our lives and how I'm, doing what I'm doing now. But I can't wait till I transition. Well, I can, but I just can't wait till when I do transition, they get to see their dad doing other things and seeing how, I can contribute without being, an NFL player and things like that. So I'm really looking forward to them seeing that side of their dad as well.
I love that. That's so cool. All right, I do have to talk a little ball.
Yeah.
So you've had a little time to digest that loss. So what's the biggest takeaway before we move forward?
Yeah, it's, this league, the margin of error is so small. And we've been in tight games, most of the year. And ones that, had we won them, the game, the other day wouldn't have been as heavy.
Sure.
But unfortunately it was, and we didn't find a way to win it. And I mean, we didn't play well enough, and it sucks to say that because it was a must-win for us in terms of the big playoff picture. But I'm still proud of this team and the way that they battled this year, and we still got 2 more games to finish this thing out on a positive note.
This is such a crazy season because there is still a scenario where you could be playing for the division in Week 18. That's crazy to think after Sunday. So what is your message as a captain, as a leader, when you go in tomorrow approaching the rest of the season?
Yeah, well, it's just that. We came in knowing that the last 3 games, obviously that would have included the Patriots game, but now these last 2 games, this is our season. Yeah. We've worked so hard. This is OTAs. This is training camp. This is the off season before OTAs. All the blood, sweat, and tears that you put in to this season is starting, in your film prep this week and in practice this week. And it all come down to when we play on Sunday and then, go on to play the Raiders. And we just got to win those games and let the chips fall where they may, and our resume's on the table.
We talk about, I think, media, fans, we talk about things like, winning record. Like, let's just say we don't make the playoffs. Does a winning record, does that still important? Does that matter to you guys?
For me, I know I haven't had a winning record since my rookie season, but for me, I would still say no. Yeah. As great as it is to, even if it's 9-8 to have a winning record, man, I just want to get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I want to experience a playoff game, home, away. I just want to be fighting in the postseason because once you get in, any team can win. Yeah. And I really believe in our team and what we can do. We got to take care of business in these last 2.
I feel like when we talk about the playoffs, there's nobody Broncos country wants to see more get in a playoff game than you. Do you allow yourself to think about, playing in the playoffs? It's still an option this year.
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely still an option. There was the percentages of us even being in this position when we were 1-5, I'm sure were the same, if not lower. And so, why not us with the percentages that we have left to make it? But we got to be able to take care of these next 2. And I want that for our team. Not just even me selfishly, but I want that for our team. We work so hard, and we got to earn it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. We want it, too. We really, really want it for you, but we want it for the whole team as well. Justin, it's such a treat to have you here tonight on Monday Live. We got a lot more coming up here. Welcome back into Xfinity Monday Live here at the View House Centennial. And man, I'm trying to keep my cool, but I'm just so jazzed. We got Justin Simmons in the house. This is so great. Such a treat for us. Jay, I got to talk to you. Of course, the big news today, Kareem Jackson, heading to Houston. I know how close you guys were. You've been through so much. What are your emotions right now as you see him move on?
Yeah, it's bittersweet. And me personally, though, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
As for our team, I wish he was still here. But for him, having the chance to go play for Houston, who is, in the driving seat in terms of the playoff run, and going back to his hometown, getting to play in front of his hometown fans again, and I think that's going to be really good for him. So I'm excited. Our bond runs deeper than the field, although I selfishly want him here.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped for him.
Absolutely. Well, what that means, of course, is that P.J. Locke is now officially in the driver's seat of that other starting safety, and boy, has he been great in the past few weeks, have to step up. But what's your message to him now that, man, this is your job? Yeah.
No, he's been outstanding. Him and a few other guys have been the reason defensively we've been so much better. Mm-hmm. And, I tell him, like I tell anybody, when they step up, like if a guy goes down, he gets injured, myself included, I always tell the guys, like, this is now your job. Yeah. Like, it's not you're just, you're a temp placing in. Like, think of it as your job. You're taking over and play like that. Go make some plays, play free, play fast. And obviously, PJ took advantage of that. He stepped in and made a bunch of big plays, and he'll be the first one to say it's because of guys like Kareem, and he'll give credit to that. But, it's really a testament to his hard work and his film study, and I'm really proud of him, and he's going to continue to be a great player for us. He's really stepped up. Another guy that has stepped up, of course, is J-Mac. I mean, Jaquan McMillan's just making plays all over the place. What can you tell us a little bit just about his game? Yeah, J-Mac's been outstanding, and I think he's another one that speaks to that. Hey, when you step in, that's kind of your role. He played the last game of the season for us last year against the Chargers, had a heck of a game. Came in this year as almost like our backup nickel with K1 going out. Esang stepped in, and then, J-Mac was able to, take over that spot. And so now he ran with it. And he already had the confidence from last season to know that I could do this and I could play well. And once he kind of got in his groove and learned the defense like the back of his hand, man, played fast, and he's making plays left and right. Big reason why we've been so much better defensively. Well, when we look at the secondary, though, it feels like it runs through you. Leadership, play-wise, you got 30 picks in 8 seasons, the most of any player since you entered the league. You're tied with Dennis Smith. I'm curious, do those markers mean anything to you? Yeah, maybe not right now. Yeah. They will. It's almost I always tell the guys, like, even throughout the game, like, don't look up at the scoreboard. I'm sure you heard Coach Payton say it. We'll look up at the end of it. Yeah. I kind of take my career like that too. Let the chips fall where they may. I'm gonna just play the game the way that I know how to play it, and I'll look up and kind of see where I'm at, and all that stuff when it's all said and done. Do you got a favorite pick so far? There's a lot to choose from. Yeah, there is a lot to choose from. I still gotta say, probably off the top of my head, one of my favorite picks is we played the Raiders at home. I think it was Vance's first year as our head coach. I think that game was like a 16-10 game, but it was a game-sealing interception. Yeah. Kind of the high point. That was against Amari Cooper. E.J. Manuel threw the ball. I love it. It was in, like the back of our end zone when we ran out of the tunnel, just on the opposite side, so the opposing team sideline. I think that was one of my favorites, if not my favorite. There's so many good ones. I love the one in England. And Jacksonville, any Patrick Mahomes one, but that one was so. There's so many good ones to choose from. We're gonna mull it over here. We got to take a break here on Xfinity Monday Live. Much is time now for the People Want to Know. People Want to Know, brought to you by Centura Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities we serve. We got a lot today. Chris wanted to know best gift you got this year. Best gift I got this year. Had to think for a second, make sure I didn't miss anything. A family member of mine got me a plaque to hang on my wall, and it was in my dad's handwriting. My dad passed away earlier this year, and it's one of his quotes that he used to say to me all the time. So they found a way to get in his handwriting, and they made it into a plaque. Wow, in his handwriting. Hang it on my wall. That's so it's probably my favorite gift. That's beautiful. Do you want to share the quote, or is it private? What the mind can conceive and believe, it will achieve. Beautiful. It's not his quote, but but it's one he said. It's one he said. I love that. That's so good. All right, John wants to know, what's one thing on your bucket list? Ooh, one thing on my bucket list. I really want to go on like a 6-month cruise with my wife when we retire.
Okay.
Just kind of like travel the world via cruise.
I like it.
It's a big bucket list thing.
That's
for me.
great. Any
Yeah.
like particular spots you guys want to hit?
I wouldn't say. I know she really wants to hit like Europe, like in terms of Italy.
Yes.
Wants to go to like Rome,
I like it.
Florence. Like those are the types of places she wants to go. I really want to go to like China or
Okay.
Japan,
Nice.
and I think I really would like to be in that culture for just like a couple days,
That
just
sounds
to experience
amazing.
it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. When Justin retires, nobody talked to him for 6 months because he won't be here. I feel like you can hit all those places in 6 months.
Yeah, I hope
love
so.
it.
I hope so.
That sounds amazing. All right, we got to take a break right now on Monday Live. Coming up on the other side, we're going to talk about something really cool you did this Christmas for some very deserving people in the community. We'll talk about that right here on the other side here on Xfinity Monday Live. Man, I can't think of a better way to celebrate post-Christmas. What day is it? Day after Christmas, then have Justin Simmons in the house. And speaking of Christmas, you did something really amazing. You're always amazing in this community, but you gifted a tree to some very deserving people. How did you think of this idea, and what was it like for you?
Yeah, I didn't. My wife did. Taryn, we were at our gala, and we, met the founders and owners of the Christmas Tree Project, and we just kind of got to talking, and we were like, man, we didn't realize how symbolic a Christmas tree could be for families, and especially families that can't afford or don't have one. And Taryn was like, I think this could be something that would be really cool. It kind of mixes it up. It's something different and unique, and people could still donate online, so it's not like a one-stop shop type of thing. And so that's what we did. That night we went to 3 families' houses and helped set up the tree and gave them a box of like lights, ornaments, like a star. And it was so cool watching the kids get excited that they get to build the tree and all that fun stuff.
That's beautiful. Well, I mean, what you and Taryn do for this community is it's unparalleled. We're so grateful to have you guys, not just on the field, but for what you guys do. So Justin and Taryn, thank you so much for everything you do. And thank you, Justin, for being here tonight. It's been such a treat.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having me. It's always a blast. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you. And that'll do it for us, guys. We will see you tonight at 10 o'clock.